Over the past few months, I've been inundated with requests to review the new KQi2 Pro, a model that has left the industry abuzz thanks to its award-winning build quality and premium features. You see, budget scooters are no longer the clunky, antiquated models that they once were, and it's models like this that have driven the market forward. Sporting a top bracket design guided by incredible attention to detail, this is a scooter that has the durability and finesse to delight casual riders and enthusiasts alike. Simple, elegant and affordable, the new KQi2 Pro is destined to become one of the industry's most loved budget scooters. So with those words of praise, let me show you its features and how it performed in my tests. Kicking things off, let's start at the cockpit, which is top dollar. Firstly, the display is one of the brightest that I've tested. It grants you access to all your key riding stats, and best of all, you can see them in direct sunlight. The thumb throttle, meanwhile, is super smooth. Its angular design and ribbed rubber coating distinguish it as the most ergonomically designed among all budget scooters. On the left, you have the brake lever and a nifty little bell. Then there's the width of the handlebars. Measuring 20.5 inches, they're 24% wider than its competitor, the Turboant X7 Max. Together with the tactile rubber hand grips and 40-inch deck to handlebar height, they afford excellent control and maneuverability, whilst also being a great fit for taller riders. On the topic of its suitability, it perhaps isn't the most suitable for those that are heavier. That being said, its 220-pound load capacity is on par with the majority of other budget scooters. Besides, if you're a fan of the KQi2 Pro but need a higher load capacity, then its big bro, the KQi3 Pro, and its 265-pound rating will be a better option. Now, something that both of these scooters share are frames that redefine the meaning of sleek. The KQi2 Pro is the definition of minimalist elegance, with a sweeping tranche of grey stretching from the rear tyre to the base of the sturdy stem. It juxtaposes artfully with the rest of the matte black finish. Another thing that immediately caught my eye was the complete lack of visible wiring. The cable management is excellent. Only the brake cable that runs from the lever into the stem is on show. With its premium flair, it's fair to say that it over-delivers in the design department for its price. Building on this is a unique lighting setup and an integrated mobile app. The halo light is possibly the best looking headlight that I've seen on a budget scooter. The outer ring stays on the entire time, while the bulb in the middle illuminates when you turn the headlight on. Even better is the fact that it's bright enough to ride at night, meaning you don't have to fork out extra for an additional clip-on light. At the rear, you have a tail light that's both huge and visible. It lights up brighter when you brake, though it would have been nice if it flashed. As for the mobile app, it's fairly basic, but it does give you access to a suite of cool features. These include the ability to adjust the strength of the regen brakes to be either weak, medium or strong, activate the lock which immobilizes the scooter by applying the electronic brakes, enable a custom ride mode that allows you to set the maximum speed, change the units of speed from kilometers per hour to miles per hour and vice versa, view your riding stats, record trips and receive over-the-air firmware updates. Upon unboxing the scooter, you'll be asked to pair it with the app. From within the app, you're then prompted to test the brakes and the throttle before watching a short safety video. Once you've watched the tutorial, the scooter limits you to 6 miles per hour for the first 200 meters before giving you access to sport mode. This safety feature is great as it allows you to get used to how the scooter responds and find your preferred preferred riding stance, and this brings me onto the deck. With 18.5 by 5.2 inches of space, it's on the short side, though you can stand on it with your feet in an L-shaped position. And if you need, you can prop your rear foot up against the fender as a makeshift kick plate, but I'd advise against putting your full weight on it. A feature of the deck worth mentioning is that it comes with swappable grip tapes. It's fitted with a standard grey one, while an alternative red, white and blue variant is in the box if you're feeling patriotic. Elsewhere, the 10-inch tyres do a sterling job of absorbing shocks and vibrations from the road. They're 15% thicker than the tyres that you'd typically find on a budget model, and thanks to their tubeless design, they offer the most plush riding sensation among all scooters in the sub $600 price class. Add in the fact that they maintain excellent traction while cornering, and you have a scooter that's addictive to ride. Another one of this scooter's crowning glories is its folding mechanism, and it's so good that NIU has patented it. To fold the scooter, you slide the safety latch up, pull on the lever to release the stem and lower it. Once the hook on the back of the handlebars pushes against the protruding latch on the fender, it snaps into place, securing the stem for easy lifting. It takes just 3 seconds from start to finish, making it one of the most convenient that I've tested. Weighing 41 pounds, is also just about light enough to carry up a few flights of stairs. With everything that this scooter brings to the table, it's no surprise that it's won an IF Design Award. From the moment you get it out of the box, you can tell that a high degree of attention to detail and expert craftsmanship have gone into the scooter. From the reinforced fenders and the smooth flowing lines of its chassis to the wider than normal handlebars and wobble-free stem, everything about it screams quality. But its standard setting build doesn't just present itself on the scooter's exterior, it also runs in its veins. Take, for example, the battery management system. It provides 14 different types of protection to ensure a higher number of miles per watt hour than an average scooter. It also regulates the charge and discharge rates to within safe operating limits. Considering that the most expensive part of any electric scooter is the battery, this system is a welcome addition that will keep it healthy for years to come. You just have to look at NIU's 2-year warranty on the battery to see how much confidence they have in their scooter's components. This is even more impressive when you consider that other budget brands like Turboant and GoTrax offer just 6 months cover. So that's everything that you can expect from the KQi2 Pro where design, features and build quality are concerned. Now let's see how it performed in my tests. Being a budget scooter, the KQi2 Pro isn't going to uproot any trees when it comes to power and speed, but I was surprised to find out that it features a 48 volt 300 watt motor when typical motors in this category operate at 36 volts. The result is greater torque, which delivers a peak power output of 600 watts and a top speed of 17 miles per hour. Retailing for $599, its top speed can be compared to 7 other models within a $300 price bracket. Against this backdrop of similarly priced scooters, it achieves a respectable middle of the pack ranking where it trails the popular Horizon and its 23 miles per hour top speed. However, this is hardly surprising considering that the pack leader has a 67% more powerful motor. As for the Turboant X7 Max and Fluid City Rider, both of these models sport motors that have 50 more watts of power, which explains their marginally faster top speeds. Under real world conditions, however, the difference between these and the KQi2 Pro isn't noticeable. In terms of acceleration, it hits 15 miles per hour from a standstill in 6 seconds. It's smooth enough to make you feel in control, while it also has enough zip to make it enjoyable. Pitted against its closest rivals, it beats the Turboant X7 Max to 15 miles per hour with a time that's 13% quicker, though it can't quite keep up with its big bro, the KQi3 Pro, which achieves an acceleration rate that's 17% 30% faster. The biggest difference, however, can be seen with the Horizon. With its 48 volt 500 watt motor, 20 amp controller and 800 watts of peak power, it leaves the KQi2 Pro in a cloud of dust. Next, let's take a look at range. Combining the 365 watt-hour battery with a slow and steady pace promises a maximum range of 25 miles. Riding in sports mode, however, will get you 17 miles. Compared to its 7 rivals, it performs admirably where it shares second place with its sibling, the KQi3 Sport. The front runner, however, is the Turboant X7 Max with its 32-mile maximum range. Sporting a 36 volt 10 amp hour detachable battery pack, you can feasibly double this with a spare. Dig a little deeper though, and the real world ranges of both the X7 Max and the KQi2 Pro go toe to toe with just 1 mile per hour separating them. Considering that the Pro is a far superior scooter where ride and build quality are concerned, it certainly makes its mark as a top contender. Where it falls short, however, is in its braking performance. Though it features a front drum, it isn't strong enough, toiling to bring you to a safe stop from 15 miles per hour in an unimpressive 5.2 meters. Even with the brake fully applied, the front wheel continues to roll forward. To put this into perspective, the KQi3 Pro, which is the upgrade of the KQi2 Pro, achieves a stopping distance of just 2.2 meters thanks to its dual disc brakes. If the drum was calibrated better, it would have been the perfect package. It does have a trick up its sleeve though. While a bunch of scooters in the sub $600 class have electronic braking, it's the only one to have a regenerative braking system. It kicks into action as soon as you release the throttle, meaning you can rely on it to slow you down without applying the mechanical brake. Its strength can be adjusted via the mobile app too. Then we have hill climbing and shock absorption. As with the rest of NIU scooters, the KQi2 Pro hasn't been designed to scale steep inclines, but rather glide up the gently rolling slopes of your local neighborhood. It's rated to take on 15% gradients, which are equivalent to 8.5 degree inclines, though it does its best work on anything below 6 degrees. As for shock absorption, it doesn't come equipped with a suspension system, which is standard for a scooter of its price, but thanks to the juicy 10-inch tires, shocks and vibrations from irregularities in the road are cushioned. For a more plush riding experience, I recommend plumping up some extra cash and opting for the Horizon. This scooter has a spring at the base of its stem and 2 at the rear of its deck to smooth the ride. When it comes to overall ride quality, I always like to think about this in 2 facets. One is handling and the second is comfort. So with that in mind, let's explore both. Thanks to the control-inducing cockpit, finely tuned geometry of the frame, and low center of gravity afforded by the chassis, it delivers a level of handling that sets the standard for its similarly priced peers. Then there are the plush 10-inch tires, ergonomic angular thumb throttle, and higher deck to handlebar height that unite to ensure a comfortable riding experience. And sure, the deck would be better if it was longer, but with its generous slathering of an ultra grippy grip tape, you feel planted on the scooter at all times. Costing $599, it represents outstanding value for money. The build quality on display is akin to what you'd find for more than double its price. I've reviewed scooters from all the leading budget brands, including Turboant, GoTrax, Hiboy, and AnyHill, and none can match NIU when it comes to creating vehicle-grade models. The KQi2 Pro is simply a triumph of design and style. Pros include It's the winner of an IF Design Award, has the best build quality in the sub $600 class, a comprehensive 2-year warranty, an exceptional folding mechanism, and thick tubeless tyres that promise excellent traction. It also has an advanced battery management system, a mobile app, a bright and easy to read display, wider than normal handlebars that inspire confidence. Its cable management is among the best that I've seen. It's well suited to tall riders, has the iconic halo headlights, and an IP54 water resistant rating. Cons include, while the taillight is bright, it doesn't flash when you brake, instead it just glows brighter. The brakes could also be better calibrated, though it does have a regenerative system that recycles braking energy into battery power for extended mileage. And finally, with just 3 inches of ground clearance, you need to avoid curbs and other obstacles. Now, to help you in your search to find the perfect electric scooter, let's take a look at some alternatives. First, we have the NIU KQi3 Pro. It shares the same premium flair and build quality, but it has a more powerful 350 watt motor, a 3 miles per hour faster top speed, and it's 17% quicker off the line. It also has a 6-mile longer range, supports 45 pounds more rider weight, and has stronger brakes for a shorter stopping distance of just 2.2 meters. The deck is 5 inches longer for a more comfortable ride too, but it costs more and is 4 pounds heavier. Next, we have the Horizon. Its more powerful 500 watt motor means it has a 6 miles per hour faster top speed and an acceleration rate that's 22% quicker. It also supports 45 pounds more rider weight, has front and rear suspension for greater shock absorption, and is far more compact when folded thanks to its telescopic stem and foldable handlebars. However, it costs more, has inferior build quality, lacks a water resistance rating, and it doesn't have a mobile app or a high mounted headlight. The last alternative is the Turboant X7 Max. Not only is it 7 pounds lighter, but it supports 55 pounds more rider weight. It's also 3 miles per hour faster and has a 42% shorter stopping distance thanks to its stronger disc brake. Possibly its greatest advantage though is its detachable battery pack. Via this feature you can extend its range indefinitely with the purchase of spares. You will, however, have to settle for inferior build and ride quality, as well as a 15% slower acceleration rate. There's its thicker stem too, which makes it cumbersome to carry, and it doesn't have a mobile app. Now, to find out more about any of these alternatives or the NIU KQi2 Pro, click on the links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.